What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, CamATL, and welcome back to another NFL First Look Lineup video with your boy covering Week 10. Make sure you drop a like down below, comment anything in the comment section, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This week I am planning on doing an NFL live show video. Probably I'm thinking like Saturday night would be a good time to do like an NFL live show. Kind of just hang out with you guys and talk about, ideas for the Sunday main slate. So Saturday I'll probably do a live show for week 10. We'll try that out and see how it goes, depending on how busy I am. I'm not going to promise 100%, but that is what I'm planning to do as of right now. So I'm excited for that. Let's go ahead and get straight into this first look lineup. As you guys know, early on in the week, we do a first look lineup pretty much just off gut calls and what we know as of right now. Kind of get an idea of guys that we'll like and kind of build a lineup with that knowledge that we have right now. And then later on in the week, once Friday gets here, I post the final look, which is goes position by position and talks about every player that we're interested in this week. So let's get straight into it. Not going to keep up too much of your time. We're going to get in and out. Let's go ahead and start it off with at quarterback. I'm going to go Dak Prescott. So Dak Prescott did not look like his usual self this week against Denver, but Denver's defense is legit. I expected them to take a big hit with Von Miller being traded, but they didn't. They looked absolutely phenomenal. Dak Prescott actually really saved himself with a couple late touchdowns in the game to end up even getting 19. He only threw for like 232 yards, threw a pick, and it just wasn't great. But this is definitely a bounce back spot here against Atlanta that gave up almost 30 to Tua Tagovailoa. He's at home in Dallas. I think this game stays fairly close, so I really, really like Dak's spot here at 6'9". You're getting him under 7K. It's just a fantastic spot here for him. So I really like Dak to bounce back. After the down week last week, I'm expecting a big week this week. I really am. I'm expecting over 30. That's what I'm, guessing to happen. So let's go ahead and go to running back. Now, at running back, I got some sleepers here. All right, and these are kind of guys that we need to keep an eye on because these are guys that have some question marks due to they're getting bumps due to injuries though. But let's start with Devin Singletary because Zach Moss left the game and he is in concussion protocol, it looks like. So if he doesn't get cleared, Devin Singletary is going to be a fantastic play here against a bad run defense of the Jets at only 4-7. Plus, we have to expect Buffalo's going to be up this whole game and be running the ball heavily. So Devin Singletary is a fantastic option with Zach Moss leaving last game with a head injury. So that is something to definitely keep an eye on because if one of these backs ever miss, like if Singletary was to miss, Zach Moss would be a lock. If Zach Moss was to miss, Singletary will be a lock because both of these guys get so much good run here, and especially against the Jets is a fantastic spot. So he has been placed in concussion protocol. We will see. He'll have to, clear that 5-step protocol to make him available for the week. We will see what happens. If he does not get the green light, Devin Singletary will be fantastic. And as of this first look lineup vid, I'm going to say that he's out because I love the value of Singletary and I'm excited to play that. Honestly, I really am excited to play that. But keep an eye on that, obviously. Another spot that I'm looking at is Brandon Bolden. Yes, these running back options are like sneaky this week. At least as of right now, early on in the week, I'm trying to take advantage of some possibly low owned later. We'll see how it works out. But anyways, Brandon Bolden took over because there's a lot of injuries going on in this New England running back squad. All right, there's a lot of things going on. If you look at Damian Harris, right? Damian Harris left with a head injury. We're not exactly sure what's going on there. Not only that, but Ramondre Stevenson left with an injury as well. If both of those guys miss, that leaves our boy Bolden as the lone back because J.J. Taylor was a healthy scratch last week. He didn't even play last week. So obviously they don't love J.J. Taylor. So Brandon Bolden is an interesting spot here. He can catch the ball as well. So it's a solid spot here at home in New England at only 4-4 with all the injuries New England's dealing with. But once again, both of these guys are guys we're going to have to take a look at and make sure they are good going into the week. All right, this is the first look lineup. We're going to have to wait and see. Now, wide receivers. Really love the wide receivers we're looking at this week. To pair up Dak Prescott, I got to go with his boy Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper is cheaper of the bunch. CeeDee Lamb is 7K, where Amari Cooper's 800 less. I will take Amari Cooper. It is a solid spot here. against Atlanta. He was held to only 2 catches for 5 Draftkings points this week. I'm expecting a bounce back here. I actually like that he busted last week because it tells me he's about to just pop up and go crazy this week. Really like his spot here at 6'2", and I will have a lot of Amari Cooper paired up with Dak Prescott. Really like that spot here. Now, we played him the week that Ridley came out and said he was going to take some time off to get his mental under control. We played Russell Gage at a cheap price, and he didn't even get targeted. But then the next week he gets targeted 8 times, 7 catches, and 64 yards. Not sure exactly why he was untargeted, and then all of a sudden goes for 8 targets. I mean, that blows my mind. I have no idea why that would happen. I mean, I wish he would have done that for the week that we had him taking advantage with Ridley being out. But anyways, look, we cashed week 9. It's all good. We cashed once again. So, hey, we're going into week 10 on a high. So I'm not even going to, go back to, the negative times. But Russell Gage is a fantastic option here as well, running back those Dallas plays that I'm obviously going to have exposure to. And plain and simple, Atlanta should be behind in this game majority of the time, and they're going to have to throw a lot. And Gage is a guy who's going to be heavily involved here, I'm imagining. Antonio Brown is still in a walking boot, so I'm going to imagine Chris Godwin's going to be a fantastic option once again. Chris Godwin's one of the best receivers in the league when Antonio Brown's off the field. Plain and simple. This dude is a absolute monster. Okay, let's just be real. Since Antonio Brown's been off, he's gotten 11 targets, 12 targets, touchdowns in both games, and over 100 yards in both games. He has been absolutely balling. Now he gets to go against the league's worst Washington secondary. This is a fantastic spot for Godwin. This is a situation where you just don't overthink it, man. Just play the dude, especially if Antonio Brown does miss. Now, Ricky Seals Jr. Seals Jones is a guy that I really like here because Washington's going to be behind this entire game, big. Okay, so getting some Washington receiving on the other side, especially if you have Godwin to run that back, it's an interesting way to go. Seals Jones at 3-7 in a game where they're going to be behind big. He's a guy that I could see getting some, maybe some garbage time touchdowns or whatever. So I really like Seals Jones in a very good game script for him here against Tampa Bay where they're going to be behind the entire game. Now, not so much of a worry here. I know the other running backs are kind of wait and sees, but Najee Harris is not much of a wait and see here against Detroit. Yes, he's expensive at 7-9, but he is getting the biggest workload of any running back in the entire NFL. He's got an amazing matchup against Detroit. He's at home in Pittsburgh. I mean, you cannot ask for much more here for Najee Harris. I'm expecting a big game here. His usage has just been really, really good. I mean, plain and simple, like I said, he is getting so much usage in this offense, man. He's getting like 22 to 25 carries a game lately. All right? He's pretty much almost a lock to get in the end zone at least once. So I really, really like Najee. On top of that, he's just a really good receiving back as well. So for full point PPR, if Detroit happens to keep this game close, those little dump offs to Najee also are going to be a big plus. So I really like Najee here. I had the money for it. Now, Najee might be a guy that I balance off of if we lose a Singletary or a Bolden or something like that. Like I said, both Singletary and Bolden are guys that we're really going to have to keep an eye on this week because both of them could change. One of them easily could change this week. Like if Zach Moss is fine and cleared off concussion protocol, I'm not going to like Singletary near as much. If like multiple backs for New England are in and healthy, like if Damian Harris is good and Stevenson is good, then you're not going to want Bolden. So keep an eye on both those guys, but as of right now, in this first look lineup build, I have the money for Najee, and Najee is my safest bet that I feel like in cash games for sure. He's going to be a fantastic option. And to end it out, I have the money, so I'm going to go ahead and just pair up Singletary with the Bills defense. I think they're a little embarrassed by what just happened against Jacksonville, losing to Jacksonville. I think this defense is going to come out and really shut down this Jets team. The Jets are hurt right now. It's a fantastic spot for the Bills to take advantage here. And like I said, I think the biggest key here is this amazing Buffalo Bills team just lost to Jacksonville. So I'm expecting them to come out, heated and really put on a show here. So I really like the Bills defense, especially if we have Singletary as well in the lineup later on in the week. It's a good little pairing. I love pairing a running back with a defense because if the defense is doing good, that means most likely the running back's getting a lot of carries because they're up, and it just always, it kind of correlates well. All right? And that's it. We got Dak Prescott, Singletary, and Bolden both benefiting off of potential injuries. That's something to keep an eye on, though. Amari Cooper, Russell Gage, Chris Godwin, Ricky Seals Jones, Najee Harris, and Bills defense. Let's get it, y'all. Thank you guys for joining me as always. Let's smash. I will see y'all for the Thursday night showdown video that I will be doing on, probably dropping that Thursday morning. And we'll talk about the Thursday slate. And yeah, go from there. Let's smash another week, baby. Week 10, let's get it. Let's repeat week 9, and let's have another great week, man. Thank you guys for joining me as always. Greenlightdfs.com. Join the squad, and let's get it. I'm out.